Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica and today I will be doing my low-buy update for the month of June. My last update was towards the end of May, so it's only been a few weeks. But for those of you who don't know, I'm doing a makeup only low-buy and I'm doing a 2 out 1 in style low-buy with a beauty bank. And my rules don't apply to skincare, hair care, body care, and other stuff like that. Just makeup. And I was previously on a low buy for 2 years, and then after that a no buy for 2 years. So I've been on a restricted buying journey for quite some time. June is my birth month. I did turn 30, and when I was writing the script for this video, I was super ambitious. I was like, this is like a New Year's resolution do-over in the middle of the year. And now that I'm actually sitting down to film it and I'm like 30, I'm just like, whatever. It doesn't really feel different than being 29. But I heard that your 30s are like your 20s, but you have money. And also, when I was talking to the waitress at the restaurant I went to for my birthday, she was saying like, yeah, that's the advice I would have given you too. You're not stumbling around anymore. You've kind of got your life figured out, and so your 30s are great. I have started writing a bucket list. It's not really a bucket list. It's just things I want to do now that I'm 30, and I think I've had this for a while, but you know, obviously the big milestones would be having kids, buying a house, but I've also included small things like I want to go camping or I want to go to the beach this year. And part of that stems from last year where I was so busy from, when was I busy from? I think from July to December. I was so busy, probably June as well, and basically didn't have a summer, didn't have a fall. So this year I'm going to appreciate these seasons more than ever, even though I don't really like summer that much. To me, I used to love summer when I was a kid because, you know, you were out of school, you got to go on vacations. As an adult, I'm just like, okay, all the kids are out of school and things are very expensive, it's very hot. Luckily where I live, it's actually in the 60s today, so it's not that bad. But yeah, I just feel like summer is overrated as an adult and I prefer doing stuff in the fall anyways. So I said last month that I wanted to do a no buy because I just gotten back from Japan and I felt like I had too much stuff. And I did feel that way this morning when I was trying to dig through my drawers for some washi tape to put on my products to mark them. And the washi tape was so low quality that it ripped and I was only able to get one strip of tape out of it. But opening the drawer to get the tape was really difficult because of how things were like crammed inside there. So I think I'm going to be decluttering after this, and not in a wasteful manner. Like, I'm going to go through stuff that I know needs to be thrown out, like really low quality washi tape or like old washi tape, because it's old. It's from like, I want to say 2019 or 2020, and so it's just like ripping like crazy. I know some Daiso. So going back to the no buy, so I wanted to do a no buy. I wanted to do like a no online shopping no buy, so as in nothing shows up at my door. If I really want something, I have to go out and buy it in person. And when I made this rule, I was waiting for a package, so it didn't start right away, but I got my last package on June 3rd and it is the 6th as of today. It's been 3 days without anything showing up at my door. I've actually have not purchased anything since June 3rd. So I'm going to see how many days I can go without a package showing up at my door under my name. Like, I'm not gonna tell my husband to stop buying things because he normally only buys things we need or that he needs, like things for his parents or like medication, stuff like that. I'm gonna get into my empties now, and I don't have that much because it's only been a few weeks, but I do have makeup empties in here. So I'm going to start with the first item at the top, which is my MUJI cotton pad bag. So I usually bulk buy this because there's no more MUJIs near me. The closest one is in Portland, which is not even in the state I'm in. So this comes in a bag of 180, and it's basically unbleached cotton pads. It's raw around the edges, and I used to get these for $2, but I think the price went up to $4. There isn't even a price on this bag anymore, and I'm working through my last bits of this. Usually when I buy it, I buy 10 bags at a time just to hit the minimum shipping, but I haven't bought any in a few years, and I use this with my micellar water in the morning and my eye makeup remover at night. So about 2 pads per day that I wear makeup. If I'm not wearing makeup, I don't do my skincare either, and you may think that's gross, but I feel like my skin benefits. Maybe the products I'm using are too harsh, but I just like letting my skin do its thing. Going with skincare, I have my Nature Republic Super Aqua Max Combination Watery Cream. This is the last jar I have. I thought I had another jar, but if I do, I don't know where it is. And this was actually, I purchased it in Korea last year. I've been using this since on and off, since I was 18 years old. So it's been 12 years, and I think it's a good moisturizer. But it's not that easy for me to get compared to other moisturizers. Like, I have to go to an actual Nature Republic store to get this. So hopefully I can go to Korea at the end of this year, but nothing's set in stone. Also from Nature Republic, I have the watery essence from the Super Aqua line. This is my daytime moisturizer. The one I just showed you was my nighttime one because it's thicker. This one's much more thin. I don't even think it's supposed to be a moisturizer, but I use it as one because it absorbs way faster and it's still moisturizing, so it doesn't mess with my makeup. I don't have to wait that long to use makeup after I use this. There is still some product in here, but I have kept it upside down for weeks and like slapped this bottle against the back of my hand so many times that I'm just over it. And I've also used the pump, like the straw that goes down, to scrape product out, so I don't think it's sanitary anymore. And I have 2 more of these, so I'm just calling it done because it's as empty as I had the patience to get it. But it is a good product. And lastly, for body care, I have one of these Sol de Janeiro Balm Dia Bright creams. I have Keratosis pilaris. This is what I use after a shower, and I usually go through one a month if you're new here. And I use it on my arms and my legs, and I use it after I shower. I have tried other body lotions, but I feel like this one works the best for me. Maybe I should talk to my doctor about getting like an actual cream for my body. But this one smells good. It makes my skin smooth. I wouldn't say this makes your Keratosis pilaris disappear completely, but it does help moisturize and make it appear smaller, but it won't get rid of it, if you know what I mean. But this is also very expensive, so don't feel like you have to get this. This is $48 per jar, and I usually try to get them when there's a 10 times points multiplier, which there recently was at Ulta, but since I have like 8 jars still, maybe 7 jars at this point, but since I still have that many jars left, I didn't want to hoard more. And I know that the next sale will be in August, or next chance I get will be in August. But since this is an Asian-owned brand, even though you'd think it's a Brazilian brand, they had the points multiplier for the AAPI month at Ulta. And the last 2 items I have are makeup. So the first product I have is from Hawaiian Tropic. This is their mineral sunscreen powder, and in the shade Translucent. I bought this thinking that it would help me reapply my sunscreen at work, but honestly, I think that a stick sunscreen has been working the best for me, even though it leaves my face a little bit sticky and I don't love that feeling. But you gotta do what you gotta do to wear your sunscreen. This one, I hated the packaging because with this brush, okay, you gotta slap it on the back of your hand for 3 business days before any powder comes out. And then when you do see powder and you rub it all over your face, you're just like, okay, did I get any out? Did I just get the powder that I slapped on the back of my hand out? Is it there's still like a continuous stream of powder? And the answer is no. So I ended up using this by unscrewing the back and tapping some product into the cap to use. So I would tap it into the cap like this and use it slowly. I know it looks like there's still a little bit of powder left, but I even stuck my brush in to get it out, and I guess this is just what's left. But I would not recommend this product. There's very little in here. There's 4.2 grams of product in here. I think I wear makeup more often than I did previously, but it took me 3.5 years to use up 85 grams of powder. And I used to go through 1 or 2 Laura Mercier powders per year when I was wearing makeup really often. About 24 grams of makeup per year. So this powder actually lasted a lot longer than I thought it would. The powder itself was fine. It was the packaging that was a pain in the ass to use. And I know that's kind of the point of putting it in this packaging, but I just hate packaging like this. So it's not just Hawaiian Tropic. I think I've used the Supergoop one and I also didn't like it. So that's half a point. And then I used up my Clio Extreme Gel Presso gel liner, and this is the shade, maybe it's gray brown. I'm going to guess that it's gray brown because I think I used a different color than what I originally had. But I used this up way faster than my other one. My other liner took over 2 years to use up, but this one, I just got it last year and I used it up way faster because I was doing more dramatic eyeliners, because when I first started doing this was around January when I had short blonde hair, and the inspiration pic that I sent the hairdresser, the lady was wearing thicker eyeliner, so I was trying to go for that, like a thicker liner and a bold lip. So I was definitely going through this way more quickly than in previous years, because in previous years I just did an outer wing, like it would just stop at my outer corner. I think I was using like maybe 5 times less eyeliner than I was when I first had short hair, so that's why I went through it so fast. I have another one in brown black, but this is gray brown. I think this is a good liner, definitely more affordable if you can get it from Korea, and I don't think I would purchase this from like Yes Style because it's way more expensive. So if I go to Korea this year, I may pick up one. I think I'll find out the fate of my Asia trip in November by the end of today because my parents are visiting. And the last product I have is from Benefit. It is the Precisely My Brow in the shade 4.5. This side had the liner and the other side had the brush. And this was a dark brown black color. I only used it, or I tried to use it on the weekends because, as you can see, my current brow color is much lighter. I'm trying to like go for a more middle shade between my hair and my roots. I know my roots are coming out. I don't care. I'm going to let them grow out because that's what I do every time I get my hair colored. And because my hair is like the dyed part is so short, I feel like it doesn't really matter. Like it's going to be like probably 2 or 3 years before it grows out completely. So that was it for my empties, and I believe I had, let me check because I don't remember off the top of my head. So I previously had 3 credits in my beauty bank, which is 6 products used up, and I just used up 3 credits, so that, sorry, I just used up 3 products, so that's half a point each. So I currently have a beauty bank of 4.5. I don't count sample sizes as half. So if I use up a sample, then I get half a point, like I would with any full size. But if I purchase a sample size, it would also count as a full point, just like a full-sized item would. I did go to Sephora and redeem my birthday present. I'm just gonna start with those first. Starting with my beauty purchases, I picked up the Tower 28 birthday present for this year, and this was in-store only. And I told myself and you guys that if I didn't find this in store, or if it was out of stock in store, that I wouldn't get it. It comes with a miniature Tower 28 Shine On Lip Jelly in the shade Pistachio, and I believe I previously had the shades Cashew, Chill, and Chestnut. So I haven't tried Pistachio, but I know it's very similar in color to Cashew. And it also came with an SOS Daily Rescue Facial Spray, which I looked it up, and it's not makeup, it's just skincare. So that one doesn't count. But the miniature lip gloss does count, and it's so tiny and cute. I'm tempted to just put this in like a bag somewhere, but it also looks like it's only halfway filled, or there's an air bubble halfway. And then this is what the facial spray looks like. I don't know how I'm going to use this, to be honest. I guess maybe when I'm out and about in the summer, or I can just keep this at my desk at work, but I don't think I don't know how I'm going to use this up. Maybe in my skincare routine or when I travel. And then from Ulta, I did place an order that arrived before June 3rd. It arrived so quickly. It arrived in 3 days, but there was one day where there's a 10 times points multiplier for Asian-owned beauty, so placed an order. But this is not part of it. I walked into the store to get this, which is the Dermalogica Dynamic Skin Recovery SPF. It's a moisturizer. So I still have the Dermalogica birthday present from last year, which is a cleanser. So now I have a miniature set and I can just take it with me when I travel. So I actually went into Ulta to use up my $10 gift card. I think you get it if you are platinum or diamond. This purchase makes me a little bit sad because I had to use up a Fun Beauty Bank credit for this when I could have just found an eyeshadow primer in Japan. But my current eyeshadow primer is actually the same one. It's the Milani Stay Put eyeshadow primer. The packaging is different. Like, this is what it looks like now. Oh, it doesn't even have Stay Put on the original. So yeah, this one's purple, this one's gray. I think they're the same thing because I didn't see another one. And this one was starting to run out on me. Like, I had to do the whole centripetal thing where you shake it like this to get the product to go downwards. Thank you, Amber, for teaching me that all those years ago. I think her name was Amber D. But yeah, I had to buy a replacement. So this was $10.99 and I got it for a little over $1 because the taxes in California are insane. I could have ordered this with my big order, but I forgot to because I think it was the day after. That's when my eyeshadow primer started to like not come out. So then I was like, damn, okay, I'll just wait for the $10 coupon, which I totally forgot about until like later that day. But yeah, this was a good deal. So I used up 2 credits in order to get this makeup. So now I'm down to 2.5 credits, which is not that much further than where we started this month. I guess I'm going to talk about this because I'm holding it, but this was the June 3rd purchase, the last thing I was waiting on from my online shopping, and this is from the Pokemon Center. It's Pikachu, and it's a shiny Pikachu. Well, not like shiny, it's like shining, and it has 30th on here, and I don't know why, but I have the Pikachu from the 20th anniversary, so I was like, why not just collect the 30th one? Because 30 is a big year. This Pikachu is cute. So I decided to get this one because I'm 30 and this says 30th on it. I already have the 20th. I don't have 10 because I don't think my parents knew about Pokemon Center back then. But this is cute. And it will live on my shelf of other Pikachus. I really need to organize that shelf. Onto my Ulta order where I ordered stuff with the 10 times points multiplier. So I think I got 180, no, not 180. I think I got 1800 points from this order. I ordered some body care and some nail things. So I don't know if you noticed, but I do have press-ons and 2 of them fell off of this hand and 1 of them fell off this hand. And I'm wearing the Glamnetic nails. And the funny story behind these nails is that I wanted to try press-ons because I've previously tried them, but I didn't know how to make them last. So I decided to get a few packs during the points multiplier and test them out again. And from what I'd seen online, Glamnetic was the best. They are pricey. I was just kind of like $20 for press-ons, but they were nice. I mean, I did get compliments from the nurse who was drawing my blood. Maybe she was trying to make me feel better. And she's like, oh, I love your nails. And I was like, thanks, they're press-ons. And she couldn't even tell. I put them on at night after showering and after going to the bathroom so that they would be dry for at least 8 hours. And then next morning, the one on my middle finger, this one popped off twice actually. This one fell off when I was putting on my pants, and I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just put it to the side and reapply it. My ring finger popped off doing something else. My middle finger popped off when I was cleaning, but I've reapplied 2 of them. I lost one of my nails when I was working out, and another one fell into my food. So I was kind of just like annoyed at that point. I was just like, okay, well, I've already lost 2 nails, so I'm just going to wait for these to all pop off. And having long nails this is like the main reason why I don't always have like long nails. It's because they irritate me when I'm trying to do tasks. Like they'll break if I'm trying to open a can. They just pop when I'm cooking. They pop when I'm cleaning. They pop when I'm pulling on my pants. Honestly, more of them have popped off when I'm pulling my pants up, whether it's when I'm getting dressed or when I'm pulling my pants up after I'm done on the toilet. It's honestly kind of funny and annoying how often they pop off. So I'm just waiting for the rest of them to fall off, but some of them are on really well. So I think I'm just going to be walking around with crazy nails for a while. I don't think anyone's really going to notice unless I only have one left because they're still neutral. And none of the other nails in here really fit. Like the ones up here, I know there's like 2 missing from the top and the bottom row, but the ones in here, none of them fit. So yeah, I can't even replace it with what's left because my nail beds are so narrow. But I did like this. It was a nice French tip with a bit of a chrome on it. I think if I were to I would probably repurchase this again in the future when I am better at doing nails. So one thing I learned is that you have to file your nail and put glue on your nail and a fake nail. I refused to file my nail down or like buff my nail because I didn't want to damage it. But if you're just using it with your own hand, then you're not really going to damage it that much, or you can't damage it as much as if you were to use a nail bit. And so I put glue on. I was waiting for it to dry so I could sand the glue down and then put a new layer of glue on that and the press on to kind of like sandwich it together. But that didn't work. And I also did half of the glue on the top of my nail and half of the glue on the bottom of the press-on so that they would lock, but that didn't work. You have to put glue on the whole thing, on your whole nail and on the whole press-on. So now I know. And to apply it at a 45-degree angle so that you can push the glue and the nail a little bit into your cuticle so it locks, which is why I think the remaining ones are still on. But yeah, I think I will always be fighting myself mentally, like, oh, do I do gel? Do I do press-ons? Do I cut my nails? Because cooking and cleaning with long nails is not easy. And then I also purchased this from Glamnetic. This is their summer collection, so this one is a nail with little martini olives. And then, oh, I'm not even sure what to call these. I think the one in the middle is a lemon. And then I think it's inspired by like Italian print for these 2 nails. I can already tell I can't use any of the nails in the front because of just my nail shape, but maybe I'll put these on later on in the summer. They're really cute. And then I also got this seashell one. So what I was thinking was, if my nails are still looking ragged by the work week, I might just put these on, like the missing nails, because I have 3 right now, right? And it would be kind of cute, like intentional, like, oh, you're getting ready for summer, because these are beach nails with like sand and shells. And then lastly from Kiss, I got their French tip manicure. These are shorter than the ones I'm currently wearing. I should have started with these ones, but I didn't because I thought that the Glamnetic ones weren't going to be that long, but they are. So next time I might just do this. And then moving on to the body products. So I picked up a Sol de Janeiro Beija Flor Elastic Cream. So the one I showed you earlier is the Balm Dia Bright Cream, and I still have plenty of those because I use those on my arms and my legs. So I'm usually stocked up, but this one I use on my décolleté, I think that's what it's called, your chest, upper chest area, and I use it on the stretch marks on my stomach and my hips. So that's a smaller area, so I only buy one of these whenever I need it, and I'm almost out of my current one, so I figured why not with the points multiplier. I was going to wait until August, but I actually wasn't sure if I would still have any by August, and I didn't know Tree Hut was Asian owned, but now I do. I picked up the Ocean Glow Shea Sugar Scrub. I go through one of these scrubs about every month and a half, and I have one in my shower right now, but that's it. So I decided to pick up 6 of them, and this is the only Ocean Glow one I got. I have used this scent before. I think it's nice. I would open it and sniff it, but I don't want it to go bad, so I'm not going to do that. And then I picked up 5 of these, which is the Vitamin C Shea Sugar Scrub, and I'm just noticing something. These ones don't have that ugly ass new font on it. This one is actually the older packaging. You know how like the new ones have the 60s font? All 5 of the ones I have look like this, but I used to use this one when I was looking for, actually, this was my first introduction to using Tree Hut over the First Aid Beauty KP body scrub. I was looking for a cheaper alternative and one that wouldn't get as disgusting in the shower as the KP body scrub because it's in a tube, and when water gets in, it gets really gross and it goes bad really fast. So something in a tub makes it harder for water to get in. So I actually read to get the Vitamin C Shea Sugar Scrub from Tree Hut, and I really liked it, and then they instantly discontinued it, so I only had 1 jar to use. So then I've just been testing out other Tree Hut body scrubs and the Trader Joe's body scrubs, which I probably will never buy again. The scent for this is, wow, it does not tell you, but I think this is more of a summery scent, so that's why I didn't pick up too many, because in the winter I like to use more winter scents, and in the fall maybe more cinnamony scents. But I'm glad that they brought this back, and I'm hoping it's the same as I remember, because I hope they didn't reformulate it. So yeah, that's everything for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next month. Bye!